Hey everybody, it's Brandon. This is a bit of a retread video as I had an idea some time ago that I really wanted to come back to just through the course of time. I thought about it more and I was like, no, I kind of want to do this a bit differently. And then on top of that, I thought, why not throw this out there and see if anyone's interested in collaborating further on this sort of concept. A little over a year ago, I uploaded an instrumental track that was my first attempt at making an original song, and what I was going for at the time was very low-tuned industrial metal music with a bunch of synthesizers laid over it. However, after sitting on that track, after first putting it out, I wanted to come back to it because I thought of a totally new way to do it, and I kind of like this new way more, and I want to see what people think about it. One, if it sounds like I've been listening to a lot of Queens of the Stone Age, Caius, and the like, it's because I have, and you're going to see a lot of that in this track. Second, and as mentioned previously, the guitar and bass on this track used to be tuned stupidly low. They used to be like F standard for guitar and bass, so it was really low frequencies and whatnot. That has changed where I have tuned up the guitar and bass to C standard. The reason for that being is because my brain just seems to now come alive when I write anything or attempt to write anything in C standard tuning. And so just riding the wave with that, I tuned this whole track up to C standard, and I think it sounds a whole lot better for it. The old track had my attempt at industrial style synthesizer noises going along with guitar and bass. I've actually removed that entirely from this new recording. I didn't think it would work well with this new arrangement up in C standard. So if the synths are gone, that doesn't mean if something happens later down the line where we could add them back in, that's totally cool. It's not on my mind right now. There have been minor tweaks to all the parts in this track for guitar, bass, and drums. I think a lot of that also has to do with tuning up to C standard, and I think you're gonna hear that here. I will link the original track as well if you wanna go back and listen to that. It would help for any feedback that you may be willing to give. There is a guitar solo that I wrote for this track that I have tweaked a little bit as well, and I think it sounds a lot better for it. It leans a lot more on using the Digitech whammy pedal, which is lots of fun, and I think it really works with this new arrangement. So again, if you want to go watch and compare to the old one, certainly let me know. Something I should have done in the original video demoing the song, and that I am going to do in this one, is somewhere on this side of the screen, there will be a screen recording video of my drum plugin that is Superior Drummer 2 using the Metal Machine expansion pack. I wanted to show what's going on exactly on the drums just because, one, I want to double check and make sure it's something that can actually reasonably be played on drums if someone were to actually sit on a kit and try it out. Two, while I do think it is a drum part that probably would be or need a lot of skill to play, I don't think it's something that's outright impossible. So for anyone who knows about playing drums and not programming it on a computer, certainly do let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts specifically on that. Lastly, why I'm kind of also revisiting this is because I have been on quite a kick lately for coming back to some original ideas, like just random mishmash riffs that I've had put together. And this was the first full-length original that I had ever put together. I kind of have an interest in maybe pursuing this a little further with original music. If anyone out there is watching this, whether you already know me from somewhere else or you're watching this for the first time and getting a look and you happen to be in Denver and you're interested in maybe working further on an idea like this, kind of a stoner metal, gothic metal sort of hybrid, as far as I could call it, certainly let me know. I may actually start throwing out a Craigslist ad for recruiting musicians on this very soon. And that's all the notes I wanted to cover about this new version of the track, so I'm going to shut up and play now. Other than any feedback, which would be much appreciated, I do hope you enjoyed this video.